Imagine this. You are in a boardroom presenting the quarterly financial result to a group of executives. As you flip through slides filled with numbers and graphs, you notice the eyes starting to glaze over. They are nodding politely, but you can tell their minds are drifting to their mobiles, overflowing inboxes, and looming deadlines. Sound familiar? It's a scene that plays out in corporate offices around the world every day. But what if I told you there's a way to transform those dry, lifeless numbers into a captivating story that keeps your audience engaged and inspires them to action? Welcome to Finance Launchpad with AJ, where we empower you to become not just a number cruncher, but a master storyteller. In today's video, we'll uncover the 8 essential steps to turn in financial data into narratives that influence, persuade, and drive results. So grab your notebook, pen, and imagination. Let's dive. Step 1. Know your audience. Picture yourselves as a seasoned pilot preparing for a critical flight. Before you even step into the cockpit, you need to know the passengers. Are you flying with a group of first-time flyers who need extra reassurance? Or a team of frequent business travelers who want to maximize their productivity in the air? The same principle applies to financial storytelling. Before you start crafting your narrative, take a moment to understand your audience. Are you presenting to C-suite executives who want the 30,000-foot view, or to a team of financial analysts who crave granular details? Are you communicating with clients who need to understand the impact of market fluctuations on their portfolios, or with stakeholders who want to see the ROI on their investments? By tailoring your story to your audience needs, interest, and level of financial expertise, you'll create a narrative that resonates deeply and inspires action. Now that you have a clear understanding of your audience, it's time to move on to the next essential element of storytelling, which is defining your key message. Think of your financial story as a journey and your key message as the ultimate destination. Without a clear destination in your mind, your story will meander aimlessly, leaving your audience lost and disengaged. It's like embarking on a road trip without a map or a final stop in mind. You might stumble upon some interesting sights along the way, but ultimately you will end up going nowhere. So before you start weaving your tale, take a step back and ask yourselves, what is the single most important insight I want my audience to take away from this story? Is it the need of optimized cash flow to weather an economic downturn? What is the potential for growth in a new product line? Or is the importance of investing in employees' training to boost productivity? Once you have defined your key message, make sure every part of your story, from the data points you select to the visuals you use, support and reinforce that central theme. A focused, cohesive narrative is a powerful one. Step 3 is select relevant data points. In the world of finance, we are often drowning in the deluge of data. But just like a skilled detective sifting through a mountain of evidence, we need to be selective about the information we include in our story. Trying to cram every single data point into your narrative is like handing your audience a 100-page report and expecting them to find the key insights buried with it. Instead, focus on the metrics that truly matter to your key message. Think of your data points as the building block of your story. Each one should serve a specific purpose in advancing your narrative and supporting your conclusions. By carefully curating your data, you'll create a story that is concise, compelling, and packed with purpose. Now let us move on to step 4. Having carefully curated your data, it's now crucial to provide the context and insights that will bring those numbers to life and help your audience grasp their true significance. Numbers are like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. They're intriguing on their own, but it's only when you fit them together that the full picture emerges. That's where context and insight comes in. Don't just bombard your audience with data and expect them to connect with the dots. Take the time to explain why behind the numbers. What do these numbers reveal about the company's strategic position, the competitive landscape, or the economic environment? How do they support the recommendations you are making or the actions you are proposing? By providing context and insights, you will help your audience see beyond the surface level data and grasp the deeper implications of your financial story. Step 5. Use visuals to enhance understanding. In the world of financial storytelling, visuals are your secret weapon. When you are dealing with complex financial concepts and massive data sets, a well-crafted visual can be the difference between confusion and clarity. A smartly designed chart can illuminate trends and patterns that would take pages of text to explain. An infographic can break down a multi-step financial process into a clear, easy-to-follow roadmap. And a heat map can instantly highlight areas of risk or opportunity in a sea of numbers. But be careful, not all visuals are created equal. Choose your charts and graphs wisely, ensuring they are accurate, easy to interpret, and aligned with your brand's visual identity. When used effectively, visuals can be the key to unlocking understanding and engagement in your financial story. While visuals are indeed powerful, sometimes abstract financial concepts need an extra layer of relatability. That's where analogies and examples come into play. So step 6 is to employ analogies and examples. Analogies or examples are the spices of financial storytelling, and they add flavor, depth, and relatability to your narrative. When you are dealing with abstract financial concepts or complex technical terms, analogies can be the bridge that helps your audience to close the gap from confusion to comprehension. For example, explaining the concept of diversification by comparing it to the old adage, "Don't put all your eggs in one basket," can make the idea instantly more accessible. Similarly, using real-world examples to illustrate your point can help your audience see the tangible impact of your financial insights. Instead of just starting that a new investment strategy will boost return, share a brief case study of how a similar approach helped their client achieve their financial goals. By employing analogies and examples, you'll make your financial story more engaging, memorable, and relatable. Step 7. Create an emotional connection. At the end of the day, financial stories are not just about numbers. They are about people. Behind every data point, there's a human story waiting to be told. Whether it's the impact of a new product launch or customers' lives, the effect of cost-cutting measures on employees' livelihoods, or the potential for a merger to reshape an entire industry, financial decisions have real-world consequences. By tapping into these human stories and creating an emotional connection with your audience, you'll elevate your financial narrative from a dry recitation of facts to a powerful catalyst for change. Share a brief anecdote how a new financial strategy helped a struggling financial owner keep their doors open. Highlight the social impact of an investment in a community development project. By infusing your story with emotion and empathy, you'll inspire your audience to not just understand your message, but to care about it. And finally, step 8. Deliver with confidence and clarity. With the help of carefully chosen data, insights, visuals, and relatable examples, you have created a compelling financial story. But there is one final step that can make or break your narrative's impact, which is delivery. The way you present your story is just as important as the content itself. To deliver with confidence and clarity, start by practicing your presentations out loud, staying attention to your pacing, intonation, and body language. Speak slowly and deliberately, allowing your audience time to absorb your key points. Use pauses strategically to emphasize important ideas or to allow for questions. And most importantly, project confidence in your voice and demeanor. When you believe in the power of your financial story, your audience will too. So there you have it, the 8 essential steps to mastering the art of financial storytelling. By understanding your audience, defining your key message, selecting relevant data, providing context, using visuals, employing analogies, creating emotional connection, and delivering with confidence, you'll transform these dry numbers into narratives that inspire, engage, and drive action. But don't just take my word for it. Put these principles into practice in your own work. The next time you're tasked with presenting financial information, challenge yourselves to go beyond the default slides and spreadsheets. Craft a story that captures your audience's attention, spark their imagination, and compel them to see the world of finance in a new light. And if you found this video helpful, I invite you to join our growing community of finance professionals who are committed to honing their skills and advancing their careers. Subscribe to Finance Launchpad for more insights, strategies, and inspiration. And don't forget to share your own experiences with financial storytelling in the comment below. We can all learn from each other's success and challenges. If you're eager to take your financial storytelling skills to the next level and become a sought-after professional, I highly recommend you checking out our playlist, Storytelling with Data, how to make your data visualization easy. These videos dive deeper into the techniques and strategies that will help you create compelling, data-driven stories that captivate your audience and drive results. From mastering data visualization best practices to crafting narratives that resonate, this playlist is your go-to resource for skyrocketing your storytelling abilities. Finally, if you'd like to connect with me directly and access exclusive resources to help you level up your finance career, be sure to check out the links in the video description. Together, we can rewrite the narrative of what it means to be a finance professional in the 21st century. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep telling those financial stories that makes a difference.